Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Chasing Rabbits. My name is Scott Brown, and you have found my vlog dedicated to helping you become the leader you always wished that you had worked for. So we're a little bit earlier tonight than usual because I have a couple of meetings after this. I have 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock for Toastmasters, and wanted to get this done because I think tonight's a rather important message and something I've been working on trying to articulate in a better way. Tonight, we're going to talk about engagement and how engagement plays out with members of your team, of your followers. How engaged are they? So first of all, what is engagement? It's not a ring that you put on someone's finger. It's not something you give to somebody, but it's something that you draw out of somebody. Engagement was first studied on a large scale by Gallup. And every year they do a workplace survey where they use their Q12 questionnaire and they measure the engagement level of employees all across the world. And as engagement was going up over the past decade or so, it really topped out in 2019, and then COVID hit and it fell off the charts again. But by topped out, I mean that you only have roughly 36%, on a really good year, roughly 36 to 38% of workers are actively engaged. What does that mean? Well, first of all, what is engagement? So engagement is the degree to which an employee or a follower of yours or a team member of yours consistently and willingly applies their mental, physical, and emotional energy, both their discretional energy and their non-discretionary energy, meaning the energy they choose to give you and the energy that they had to give you, how they apply that mental, physical, and emotional energy towards your organization or your team's well-being. So break that down a little bit. Engagement is how willing an employee or a follower is to give the best of what they have to help you succeed. And that's the best of what they have in terms of mental energy, physical energy, and emotional energy. On a great year, that means that only 36 to 38% of your employees are actively engaged. That means that those are your most creative individuals, your most, the folks that are fully committed to helping you do best. So they're the ones within your organization that get stuff done. When you look around your company and you look at that 80-20 rule, and you know that 20% of your company is accomplishing 80% of the work, that 20%, that's those folks that are fully and actively engaged. And fortunately, the number's a little bit higher than 20% in most companies, tops out at around 36 to 38%. During 2020, that number fell off the cliff again, nowhere near as high this past year, but those are the folks that get stuff done. They're the ones that are the most creative. They're the ones that are most innovative. They're the ones that are striving to help you do better, to help you be better as an organization. You want them around. I call those individuals your organizational knights because they are out there slaying dragons and clearing the path for you to succeed. Now, there's another two groups underneath that, and we're going to start with the group underneath that are the ones that are not engaged. Those are the folks who are just kind of zombie walking through the day. Sometimes they do stuff well, sometimes they wreak havoc. They do the bare minimum. When you tell them, I need you to do this, that is all they are going to do. They are never going to give you any extra effort because they're not really fully engaged. They're engaged enough to give you their discretionary energy, meaning that they will only give you what they have to give you, but nothing more. They don't want to put in an ounce of extra work. There's no creativity, there's no innovation, there's no ingenuity. It's just, I'm going to do my job, get my paycheck, and go home. I consider these folks to be your zombie walkers because they're just kind of walking around your organization like, oh, must collect paycheck, doing nothing else. Sometimes when you anger them, they deviate, they get a little bit more disengaged, and they're the ones that then go around eating people's brains and giving you the worst headache in the world because you know that they're better than that, but for some reason they're just doing less than what they could possibly do. There's a third group though, and this third group are what we call saboteurs because they are engaged. They are actively giving their physical, emotional, and physical energy to you, but they're doing it to make you fail. They are actively engaged in trying to help you fail. fail. They're the ones that delete stuff off of your servers. They're the ones that give customers bad information. They're the ones that are the bad face of your franchise, the bad face of your business, where somebody walks in and they deal with them and they never come back because they had such a lousy disposition when they're interacting with that customer that the customer never wants to do business with them again. We've all had it. I actually changed companies that come pick up our trash this week because I had an issue that I needed somebody to come and pick up our trash, and the company that we use was like, no, you're a liar. We picked it up. I'm like, well, I'm sitting with a full can of garbage in my garage saying otherwise. They are actively engaged in trying to help you fail. Saboteurs, about 14% of your population, they want nothing more than for you to fail. And they come in a number of different ways. There are saboteurs that try to sabotage you by acts of omission, meaning they fail to do something, and acts of commission, meaning that they do something in particular to try to help you fail. Along the spectrum, you have a couple of choices. One, the number one group that you have the opportunity to get the most out of are, of course, those organizational knights, those that are fully and actively engaged, that want you to succeed, that are there investing all they have to help you do more. As you can increase that number, as you can transition some of those zombie walkers to become actively engaged by drawing out the best of what they have, engaging them not by giving them something to get them better, but by innately helping them draw out what it is that makes them better, to find those things that engage their senses, engage their soul, you can increase that number. You can get more done as a company. The other group you really need to focus on are those saboteurs. They're never going to help you. They're going to do nothing but hurt you. You're not going to win a saboteur to become actively engaged. Your best chance is when you have somebody actively working against your success, help them get out of the business and get on to something that suits them better. Do it in a humane and friendly way, because they're going to be out there talking about you to everybody else. They're going to be the ones that are on every website giving you 1-star reviews because you fired them, unless you help them find out what it is that they want to do with their career and help them go to that. Do it softly, do it gently. Do it in a way that helps them understand this is the best for both of you. That you're not firing them, you're releasing them to go do something that's more aligned with what they want to do. So those are the 3 types of employees you have working for you, the 3 types of followers you have coming behind you. Those that are actively engaged, those that are just engaged, and those that are actively disengaged, your saboteurs. Focus on finding your organizational knights. Focus on ridding yourself of those active saboteurs, those actively engaged individuals, and try to reanimate some of the zombie walkers to become actively engaged. When you do, your job as a leader, as a manager, will become significantly easier, more rewarding, and you will find that you have a larger tribe coming behind you, aimed for your success. So until tomorrow, I wish you well. Have a wonderful evening tonight, and as always, toast on, and I will see you tomorrow for another edition of Chasing Rabbits. Be well, my friends.